amazing. Who are you looking forward to seeing the most?
I mean, I've got to say I'm looking forward to Madonna.
Right.
That is, and my dad doesn't like to say this publicly, but Madonna is one of his favorite artists.
Okay.
So I know that's what my dad is also looking forward to most, but that's why I'm looking forward to Madonna. Of course, we've got Shakira as well, Justin Bieber.
The Biebs. There's something surprising he's going to be there. I love it.
Biebercella all over again right here in Central Park, right over there at New York, New Jersey Stadium. We've got BTS, we've got some K-pop in the house.
Right.
And who else? We've got Burna Boy, hoping to hear that #1 hit.
Oh, no, this is getting crazy right here.
We got Argentina
I
and
got to see Spain versus Argentina right before our eyes.
They're making
don't
friends
forget,
up there.
PS22 from Staten Island featuring Coldplay will be on the stage. We're most excited about that. Look at them go.
There is so
Don't think
much.
everyone should come to the middle and scream along?
There's so much energy out here. I know that. I mean, everyone's going to leave best friends by the end of today. There's 50,000 of us who want to make some new,
Let's
some new
keep it
connections.
cordial. All right, the countdown is on. The game is coming up. The day is just beginning. Have a wonderful day today. And let's hear it for the World Cup.
Let's make some noise for the
Thank you,
World
guys.
Cup. Come on. Central Park. Give it up one more time for DJ Monopoly. And we are just a few moments away from closing ceremonies for the FIFA World Cup Final. And we are just about 30 minutes away from kickoff. So stay tuned, there's a lot more action coming on the pitch in just a few minutes. Colombia, España, Argentina, 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 España.
Imagínate, tú y yo en la playa, la arena, el mar, el sonido de las olas recorriendo todo tu cuerpo. Bésame, tócame y baila conmigo.
Fans, it is just about time for the FIFA World Cup closing ceremony. So take a look up at the video board and let's see what's happening over at New York, New Jersey Stadium. switching from kickoff at the FIFA World Cup Final viewing party in Central Park, presented to you by Global Citizen. Are you ready for the FIFA World Cup Finals? Make some noise! Baby, don't you know I'm good? Yeah, I'm feeling alright. At the twilight, let us gleam. Bright stars and bright stars through perilous fight. Oh, the rainbows we watch, what's so gallantly streaming. And the rockets break the lovers bursting in agony through the night. Baffling was still
dignity for the weak in the arms of the brave. To the ones we lost and the souls they saved. One thing unites us, and the best is yet to come. We know who we are and what must be done.
Despite the fury, the hope, the hate,
Is the devil right? We will make him wait. Love is the law, and it's raging like a fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, football fans around the world, please give a warm welcome to 2010 FIFA World Cup champion Andres Iniesta and 1978 FIFA World Cup champion Mario Kempes and Louis Vuitton ambassadors Hoyen and Carlos Alcaraz presenting the FIFA World Cup trophy and its monogram canvas Louis Vuitton trophy truck. And now, please welcome acclaimed actor, producer, and global icon, Tom Cruise.
More than 30 days ago, 48 nations began a journey. They crossed oceans, they crossed borders, they crossed cultures. And together, they showed us why this game belongs to the world. From 3 countries across them, and from every corner of the globe, we have witnessed greatness. And we have shared in moments of joy, moments of hope, moments we will all never forget. Football is a language spoken without words. A force that unites people, that turns strangers into friends, and reminds us of what we all have in common. Today, only 2 teams remain. España y Argentina. But these stories belong to each and every one of us. To every nation, to every player, to every supporter, to every volunteer, to every dream carried on the pitch. So as we gather for one final chapter, let us celebrate a tournament that brought the world together. Let us celebrate each other. This is football. This is unity. And this is greatness.
That ceremony getting everyone even more excited for a match that's commanding the eyes of the world. Spain, Argentina, about to meet for the game's biggest prize.
Every 4 years, the world fights.
New York City, are we excited for the World Cup Finals? Let me hear you! Oh my goodness! All 50,000 of us difference today?
The one who does less mistake is gonna win and can keep those emotions intact, and that's the team that's gonna win.
A final thought, Thierry, from you? Look at that.
Memories, I'll be honest, I don't often say that, but I had the opportunity to be twice in the final of the World Cup. 2006, 98, 1-1, lost one. So guys, just enjoy it and make sure it counts.
At this time, we ask that you please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Spain, performed by Spanish Brass.
Favor de ponerse de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de España, interpretado por Spanish Brass.
Please remain standing if you are able for the national anthem of Argentina, performed by Maria Becerra.
Favor de continuar de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de Argentina, interpretado por María Becerra.
history is about to be made. Time to find out who wins it all. Kickoff with John Strong and Stu Holden is next. New York City, are we ready for kickoff? Let me hear you make some noise! You are just in time if you are just joining us for the FIFA Finals watch party right here in Central Park, brought to you by Global Citizen. But I gotta make sure we got everybody in the house, so I'm gonna need you guys to show me some energy. I'm gonna need you to get loud. I'm gonna need you to make some noise. Come on, New York City, let me hear you! That's not enough. That's not enough. So we're going to put the decibel meter up on the video board. You guys got to make this decibel meter go wild. So you got to get as loud as you've gotten all day right now. So let me hear you get loud. Let me hear you scream. And let me hear you make some noise. Away from kickoff, we are about to see World Cup football history be made today. Argentina could make back-to-back World Cups.
5 weeks and 104 matches later, all roads at this 2026 FIFA World Cup have led us here to New York, New Jersey Stadium in the glorious sunshine for the final of this biggest World Cup of all time between Spain and Argentina. Slavkovic, our referee, Bastian Darkart, our video assistant referee. Hopefully they are not the lead story when all is said and done today. Hopefully it is these players we're going to take a look at right now.
And for a Spanish team coming into this tournament, they don't change for anybody. They didn't make any changes from the semifinal to the final. Unai Simon in goal once again, just 1 goal against. Kubarsi and Lamine Yamal, the teenagers, 19 years old, become the 4th and 5th players in history to start a World Cup final. Pedro Porro on the right-hand side, he'll get forward to the attack. Rodri in the middle of the field, everything runs through him. He is so important. And don't look past number 21, Oyarzabal has scored in every final that he has played in. On the other side for Argentina, no surprises. Emi Martinez, 8 starters in this lineup. Started the World Cup final 4 years ago when they went on to win in Qatar. Can they do it again? They've gotten some experience. 3 changes from their semi-final against England. One of them, Rodrigo de Paul, comes in on the right-hand side. Montiel, the man who scored the winning penalty in that match, he starts at right fullback. And up front, alongside Lionel Messi, is Julian Alvarez. Messi becomes the 3rd man, the 2nd man to play in 3 World Cup finals.
Think for just a moment about how many dream of being a part of a moment like this. And think about how few actually get there. Some get to do this multiple times, like him. Some are here for a 3rd time, like Lionel Messi. But what do you do when your dreams become a reality and you're actually in the moment you've thought about your whole life? Can you keep your calm? Can you hold your nerve? Can you do your job the way you've done it 1,000 times before, all the while trying to trick yourself into thinking this is just like any other game, when you know for a fact it is not just like any other game. It is the game that will be talked about first, the game that will be remembered the longest, the game that more so than all of the other you'll ever play and be a part of will define your legacy. Well, that's what we get to find out in the next 2 hours here with the New York skyline in the background, with 80,000 fans with us here in New Jersey, with billions more watching around the world. It's the 2026 FIFA World Cup Final. And it is underway. Spain wearing red. Argentina Lava Celeste in the stripes of white and sky blue. It was actually 2 years ago this week that Spain were crowned European champions in Berlin. Oyarzabal, as you mentioned, has a habit of scoring in finals. He scored the winner in that game, and it was only a couple of hours later we were in Miami to watch Argentina confirm themselves as the best team in the Western Hemisphere as they won the Copa America final for a 2nd straight edition, either side of winning
the last World Cup. And so for those 2 years, these two teams have been on a collision course. They were supposed to play in March. World events intervened and kept that game from happening in the Middle East. And so now here they are facing off in the sunshine in the World Cup final with history and legacy and everything else at stake. And so part of the question is, given that this is for all intents and purposes the first time these two teams as constructed have ever played, how do we expect this game to look? And while it's not scorching hot, it is warm down there, and there is no shade. How will the conditions affect the game?
Spain, as you would expect, starting with the ball, possessing the field, spreading the field out. Argentina have been trying, at least in the early stages here, to try to man-to-man mark, but already you can see the unpredictability in the movement. So fluid for Spain, opening the field up, although there's a turnover and there's an early foul. I do think in the early parts of this game, Argentina are going to want to try to disrupt that flow, not let Spain feel comfortable with the ball. So they're not going to be passive, they're going to step up. They too can possess the ball, but a couple early things I was noticing. Spain trying to overload the right side through Dani Olmo. And now we get the first look at Argentina in possession, and here we go, just feeling each other out. Emi Martinez just standing on the ball, trying to survey how this Spanish team is going to press. The third of their attacks have started in the opponent's half.
You see the nutmeg of Pedro Porro. Julian Alvarez will cycle it around. Friendly in the spring of 2018. Lionel Messi did not play in that game. It was a blowout win for Spain. But none of the players for Spain on that day are a part of this team. A little bit of space out there on the far side for Gonzalo Montiel, who had the winning kick in the penalty shootout of the last final. One of the lineup changes today for Argentina. Simone, who has already set a record, 6 shutouts at this tournament. No goalkeeper's ever done that in a single men's World Cup. No team has ever done that in a single men's World Cup. And Slavko Vincic was on top of that one. A little bit of tangle there between Montiel and Alex Baena.
Yeah, Montiel's actually trying to say that Baena was pulling him down to the ground. Top of the screen. He's absolutely correcting that. So the thing you saw there was Argentina stepping up when the ball goes back. That's their cue to try to really squeeze the game up a little bit and put Spain and Luis de la Fuente's team under some pressure.
Luis de la Fuente is a remarkable coach. He was coach of the youth national teams. And then since the end of the last World Cup, a coach of this team. This is his 7th final he's taken a team to. He's won titles of the European Championships. That was deflected.
Martinez ends up being a great save from Emi Martinez and a turnover.
He's got Argentina back on their heels. Damage launched by Enzo Fernandez.
This game coming to life before I thought it might. The way the first couple of minutes went, it was just slow possession, and that's what to expect now. Is a game where there's control, there's ebbs and flows, and then if the defense breaks open or there is a mistake in a ball that bounces, it'll bring the tempo up. Spain seemed to really like this right side with Lamine Yamal. almost floating out here. I think they like the matchup of trying to find him getting 1v1.
He's right to block the center back and go back out wide by him. Andre, the Spanish captain. Back in the ball again, MVP of the European Championship run 2 years ago, named best player in the world later that year. Just the better part of the year falling with the torn ACL, but he is very much back to being the best at that position in the world. Just sweep it backwards here for Spain. As you see, the Spaniards have not lost any of their last 37 games in all competitions. Dates back more than 2 years. It's level with Italy's all-time European record, which was ended incidentally by Spain. It's a giveaway at the back to Messi. Just rides the bump there, Julian Alvarez. And he's done the turn to the end of it. And Maria holds it in for Spain.
This is your right back, once again up in the attack. He took a bump off the ball, actually don't think it was enough initially. So that was a smart play by him to try to get up and take advantage of that opportunity. But just watch us Spain are in possession. Triangles all over the field. Connectivity. The guy drops, another guy fills the space. The way they're spreading this field is so far already difficult for Argentina to defend and get hold of the ball because it almost turned over there.
Takes the bump there from Lamine Yamal.
The challenge that Argentina are going to have, especially early on in the game, where Spain had a lot of the intensity and energy. So we're going to look back at the Messi chance where he's in behind. And to your point, look at Unai Simon's positioning right now. He's far off his goal. He actually thought maybe Julian Alvarez was going to shoot. You're not typically playing balls over the top to Messi at 39 years old these days. He wants it to his feet. Great recognition. Now watch this touch. Off the foot. And deflects it the other way, and then still Emi Martinez is able to stretch out his legs so close to the opening goal. He hasn't had a marquee game yet, Lamine Yamal. He's got a goal, he's built his way into this tournament, and it just feels in a game like this, you're going to look to guys like Messi, like Lamine Yamal, to be a difference maker.
Fuente has said multiple times in multiple ways this tournament, you just have to let Lamine be Lamine. Don't compare him to Messi. Don't compare him to Maradona. As he said before the semifinal, we are convinced his great World Cup day is still to come. For the first time today, a little bit of an errant pass as you see the President of the United States. See with the player on the box in front of him, but you've got the president of FIFA that looks like Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo, the World Cup winner. He was giving his greetings here. The King of Spain is in attendance. The president of Argentina is not, and he said that was very intentional. He's superstitious. He's watching this game the same place, the same spot in the presidential residence that he watched the others wearing the same coat as well.
As we said, it's religion to so many people around the world. The way they follow their national team, how they live and breathe on every single kick of the ball.
Gonzalez trying to pressure there on Poro as well to recover the second ball. There's a little bit of a swirling breeze as you can see the field's in full sunshine. It's a little bit of a beaten up field. They've not played a game here in 2 weeks to try to let it heal as much as possible for this final, as Yamal can't keep that one in play. Is this what you were expecting first 10 minutes?
Yeah, these are the two best teams in the tournament, feeling each other out right now, trying to execute their tactical plans, trying to get the roll in the the game as well. That was one thing I said about Spain. Look, they're going to have the ball. It was what were Argentina going to do to try to combat that and try to disrupt that? They tried to press. Now they're sitting back a little bit deeper in their defensive set. And that's what Spain do to you. They have the ability to use the ball and move you around and deflate that type of enthusiasm that Argentina started with.
Switch looking for Baena. TL battling the sun in his eyes there as that one came down. Here's Rodri now. Correa making a big run inside. Comes to Fabian Ruiz. He'll hook this one, and Oyarzabal let it go. It's clipped off the heel of Lisandro Martinez, and it's the first corner kick of the game for either side.
A lot of conversations going on right now in the back for Argentina. I think they're getting stretched too much in the middle of the field. And that's because you've got two center midfielders, McAllister and Enzo Fernandez, and they're looking around, and there's 3 or 4 red shirts. And then they get stretched, the gaps open up, then Spain hit the other side, and then there's bodies crashing the box. And they're trying to figure out that relationship and that balance between getting drawn out of their shape, and now they're going to have to defend the first corner of the game.
You can see the way that breeze kind of swirling around the stadium bowl, swiveling the players' shirts. That's Baena to take. Now swinging ball. It's going to be brought down by Daniel, but poked away the second chance by Romero. Held in by Spain. They're trying to reset for Lamine Yamal. Turned 19 on Monday. Baena has the cross blocked down. Here's the teenager Yamal again, just going to shepherd it out. He was completing his high school exams when he was winning the Euros 2 years ago, Lamine Yamal. He has become a global star in Barcelona. He joined Kylian Mbappe and Pele, not just as winning the World Cup as a teenager, but as being the star in doing so. Alvaro Garcia on the ball here as well. He's also a teenager. First time in history a team has started 2 teenagers in a World Cup final.
It's pretty amazing. You think about the occasion, and even for Kubarsi, who's on the ball now, he's just kind of glided under the radar a little bit. As the 19-year-old has played every minute for Spain, has not looked out of place for a single second, just so composed.
At a position as well, you tend to think about veteran experience more than youth at this level. Won the wrestling match with Oyarzabal there. Messi still hasn't really gotten on the ball except for that one brief moment.
But he won't be too worried. That's the way he plays these days for Argentina. So many people say, I was walking around the field. He's not involved in the game. He's not involved in the game until he needs to be involved in the game. And that's in the attacking part of the field. You don't really want him chasing around, trying to win the ball back against this Spanish team as there's the first big
tackle by McAllister and Daniel, the first big decision for Slavko Vincic of Slovenia to make. Very, very experienced referee, especially in high-stakes, high-emotion games.
I actually expected this a little bit earlier in the game. So I'm okay with that not being the yellow yet. That's because look how the contact of the foot didn't look like it was extended and caught him on the ankle. But that's Argentina setting the tone. They don't like really how the first 15 minutes of this game have gone.
There was indeed no yellow card for that. Lionel up to his feet, and the Spanish bench was furious that there was not a card. Will Ferrell in attendance here. Former coach like De La Fuente, just at a different level. Williams in the building here in New Jersey as it goes long, too long for Oyarzabal. 4 hour played to the final of the 23rd FIFA World Cup. Spain the best defensive team here, Argentina the best attacking team, at least through the semi-final. Those numbers got skewed a bit yesterday between France and England.
What you're hearing now is the Argentine fans also recognizing the moment where their team is a little bit of a lift. That comes from the tackle.
takes the immediate hit from behind from Alex Baena. Maybe his second touch of the game so far.
They're not going to let him have space either. And this is a part with Messi as well. He still does and will always possess an aura. But so many of these players came through La Masia and idolized Lionel Messi. And it's hard to say that about fellow professionals, and you're looking across the way, but this is a god to so many people. And now you're facing him in a World Cup final. So they're going to put a lick on him as well, and not just going to bow down, that's for sure.
Rodrigo de Paul has spent a lot of his career playing in Spain, one of a number of Argentine players with a lot of professional experience in Spain. To take this free kick, he'll clip it into the back post. It's just too far in the end.
It almost finds Gonzalez, who is an interesting inclusion. This is his first start of the tournament. He's been a guy that's brought a spark off the bench. But this is what Lionel Scaloni does. He's done this throughout all of his tenure in Argentina. Moving players around, changing tactics, changing formations, going for the right players for the right moments. And typically, he's always had the answers. First time Lamine Yamal 1v1.
What a touch that was by Yamal to bring it down to Fico, waiting for support. Martinez. But keep in mind, he's been playing this whole tournament with a broken finger on his right hand. And look at the way he catches this ball. It's kind of one-handed still.
Oh, what a touch, too. Just cushions that ball, watching it all the way over his shoulder, and then gets to take you on. And those are situations Argentina absolutely want to avoid.
Simone under some pressure there from Alvarez's hard right. He hears it from the Argentine fans. Going long. There's Nico Gonzalez. They bounce up the shoulder. It's going to fall godly for him. He's got Alvarez in the center. And that was a last ditch. Had to be right tackle from Pedro Porro. Fico flying in, trying to break that play up the other way. It's going to be a free kick for Spain. And now it's Argentina's turn to leap all up off their bench and yell at the referee.
A couple of second balls and bodies flying into each other. Fico throwing his body straight into Lamine Yamal. This was the one from Gonzalez. He's not even looking at the ball. Perfectly controls it off the back of his shoulder. And then, as you said, he was almost in. But the ball bounced straight to Pedro Porro as Julian Alvarez was wide open in the middle. I do agree with what Zlatan said as well. In games like this, the team that can make the least mistakes ends up being the one that can win. And you're seeing a little bit of that. The team's playing a little bit cautious. You don't want to open up. You want to try to find advantages to take advantage of them, but right now you're not seeing a team give anything away.
Over there on the far side between Romero and Baena. There from Olmo. That's going to be a free kick for Argentina as he came diving in off the throw in there. Enzo Fernandez is down.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot in that. He's trying to play the ball too. It's a foul, but it's nothing more. Although Enzo Fernandez is selling it as more. This is all Gonzalez was.
And steered back the ball for Julian Alvarez, and now Messi knocked down by Nico Gonzalez. No one there in that spot to pick it up, though. And the flag does come up. Andras Kovacic, assistant referee on the far side, as he's supposed to do, letting the sequence play out before raising the flag, and the whistle goes. Now trying to turn inside and lost it to Lisandro Martinez. Here's Rodrigo de Paul.
No options to play for Lisandro Martinez. Just going back now, he's going to have to dump it away. Great pressure. It's onside.
Gonzalo's going to find it there. Enzo Fernandez does enough, just kind of throwing his body in, so that Oyarzabal couldn't control it. And Emiliano Martinez just plays it to no one. Between those two, as you mentioned, Oyarzabal has scored in all 6 finals he's ever played for club and country. Emiliano Martinez, Argentina's goalkeeper, has won all 5 finals in which he's ever played in for club and country in his career. Reyes' cross takes a deflection, and that will spin behind for Spain's second corner of the game.
And there's the difference between the two teams, at least with the ball, is that you have your left back in Cucurella a little bit more free to get forward because Spain are so comfortable with the ball. Always connected, so he knows, okay, I've got the freedom. Montiel's pushed up a little bit. I'm going to take advantage of that space. He does. Takes a little deflection, goes out for a Spanish corner. Normally they take these short. They've actually been putting the first couple direct into the box, trying to dump it right on top of Emi Martinez.
Lionel once again will hook it in. Martinez, that's a comfortable catch for him. One dead ball away from our first half hydration break. How do you see it?
I see Spain having the advantage, but they haven't really had any opportunities in front of goal. Just the early deflected shot that Martinez had to say. But certainly in the way in which they're pressing like this, they're putting Argentina under so much pressure where they can't play out of it until it gets at the feet of this man right here. That's going to be a foul for a little pull.
Not a ton there by Rodri, but just enough to slow him up and not let him away.
But I think even Messi recognizing, look, I've got to drop a little bit deeper. I've got to get involved in some of this possession to try to unbalance this Spanish defense. So he picks it up, glides past one, gets a little pull on the shirt and wins the foul.
And that takes us to our hydration break, powered by Powerade. 80 degrees, but plenty warm in the sunshine. Far from settled here. That's the closest chance so far at the foot of Lamine Yamal. Scoreless in the World Cup Final between Spain and Argentina.
Fans, while both of our teams take a quick hydration break, this is a reminder for you to stay hydrated too. There is free water and free cooling stations located throughout the venue. Take breaks in the shade. If you begin to feel dizzy, weak, or unwell, please seek medical assistance immediately.
Mientras los equipos pausan a small break de hidratación, recuerden tomar agua. Hay estaciones de agua gratis y áreas para también refrescarse por todo el parque. Si se sienten mal, busquen ayuda médica de inmediatamente.
they can get an advantage. Almost such a special player on what he does on and off the ball, but the way he pulls the opponent apart.
And among the trends we've seen from these teams at this tournament, Spain have not trailed for a single minute. As we saw against France, that might be a handball on Alexis McAllister, and it is. They take the lead and they just strangle the game. Argentina on the other side have scored more goals in the final 15 minutes of games than any team ever at a World Cup. They've come from behind to win twice in the last 3 games. It's another hit ball there. The Simon just got away from Julian Alvarez. Cucurella trying to prevent it being a throw when he's able to knock it off of De Paul. Spain get away with it.
And the field just freshly watered after that break. You'd think the ball would go a little bit quicker. It's under hit off the foot of Cubarsi. The good running for Julian Alvarez. I think there's certainly from the Argentine side a little bit of a renewed enthusiasm to go and press as a team to try to win the ball back. Feeling that in that first part of this first half, Spain really had too much time and space on the ball.
All trying to spin away there from Tagliafico, hauls him down. Spain's bench want this to be the first yellow card of the game, and it does not look like they're going to get it.
Certainly an interesting technique for a tackle. First the arms, then the shirt, then the legs. But I do think we're getting to that point, though, where you're going to potentially see a yellow card on the next foul.
14-year age difference in that matchup between Tagliafico and Yamal. Trying to fizz that into Dani Olmo, and it almost ran all the way through to Baena. So Paul behind Montiel. Enzo Fernandez there was able to step up on his club teammate Cucurella. They played together at Chelsea. They actually won on this field a year ago this week, FIFA's Club World Cup.
But you see, Fernandez picks the ball up, good recognition, but how quickly Spain squeezed the ball with the game without the ball. And that's something that they don't get enough credit for. Only 1 goal against, and you think, okay, that's the defense. But their defense starts at the front of the field, and that's when the ball turns over. They all just,
Dangerous ball there between options. Cucurella able to nod it back for Unai Simon, and now they're able to build an attack out of it. But to your point, the best way Spain defend is just by not giving the other team the ball, certainly in any dangerous areas.
And if they give you the ball, they win it back very quickly. So they don't give you time to get your head up and pick a pass and get up the field.
Yamal, that's going to spin away from Olmo.
So what I would say is, for now, Argentina's fine. They're quite content. They haven't conceded many shots on goal. But as the game goes, it gets more difficult because you start to tire, you get fatigued, you can't make that extra run, 5 yards, and then the space opens up. That's why you need spells throughout the game to have the ball, to have possession, to wear down the opponent. But they're just playing direct. They have no interest in playing through.
Dallas able to get a flick. Alvarez is chasing. Cubarsi able to head it away. The half-hour mark. We're in New York, New Jersey Stadium in the FIFA World Cup Final. Spain are here for just the 2nd time in their history. They won it in 2010. Although we think of Spain as a major soccer nation, and they are, great success in the European Championships, much less so at the World Cup level. Christian Romero's under some pressure. De Paul, Montiel, they're just trying to play it off the Spanish player to get a throw, and they can't. Cucurella is able to win it back. Fabian Ruiz, Alex Baena, Montiel defending. Great little pump fake, he cut back Baena's cross, met by Romero. Through by Montiel. By contrast, Argentina are here for a 7th time, tied with Brazil for the 2nd most in history. They can either win a 4th World Cup, go level with Germany and Italy for the 2nd most ever, or they could lose in the final for the 4th time. And that's Germany for the most World Cup final defeats in history. France were in this position 4 years ago. They were the defending champions. They could have become that first team since Brazil in '62 to go back-to-back. And we see the penalty shootout to Argentina.
He's actually pretty clever here. He starts to put his hand up to say the ball's out, and then he kept it in. Looks around the corner. He actually has one thing on his mind in this situation. He's got Rodri, a little bit of contact in the back, and then takes the contact to go down to win this free kick. And maybe this could be something that Argentina could create an opportunity from. It's brought their fans into the game again, because they really haven't done anything with the ball. It's all been all Spain. And a highlight on that man, Romero. He has a goal in this tournament from a set piece. They have some big bodies up there.
Argentina, the best set-piece scoring team at this World Cup. Spain have allowed 1 goal from a dead ball situation in their last 25 games. It's going to be taken short. It didn't quite start the way that Argentina would have wanted to, and it's not going to end the way they would have wanted to either. Julian Alvarez just caught Porro there.
And maybe they're trying to move that to get a better angle or get a little bit closer to deliver a ball, but it just feels like a total waste in a game in which you're really under a lot of pressure with the ball. Without the ball, you finally have the ball in the attacking part of the field, which has been another turnover for Argentina.
Top scoring team for the semifinal round, yet to register a shot in this game, Argentina. Finds the angle, changes the cross, takes a touch, fires it instead.
Just a little bit of a miscommunication when he started to run. The problem really that Argentina are having also defensively is that, as you can see, Spain push a lot of numbers as Cucurella hops. Might have been really close. He was on that next touch, maybe just his left foot. Is that now you've got your outlet, Julian Alvarez, one of your forwards, your best goal scorer aside from Messi. He's back defending on top of his box. You just have no outlet with speed and transition, so Spain just released more and more defenders into the attack and outnumbered you. You just can't defend that. So they have to have a threat the other way to keep Spain a little bit more honest, or they really start to squeeze on top of your box and you start conceding dangerous chances.
Where's that going to come from? What are they going to change?
It's possession. They've got to have possession. And it starts in the middle of the field. In these situations where Martinez has got the ball, you don't really see any free shirts. They put you under a lot of pressure. You have to beat a man. And I just think even a switch of play, we're bringing the ball right now, far side field is waving. Can we get the ball to the other side? Can they have quick movements, quicker ball movement? The slower you move it, the easier it is for Spain.
It's not just De Paul. Montiel right now has 40 yards between him and any player in a red shirt on the far sideline. It's going to be a foul there as Rodri was hauled down. Looking long for the run up Dani Olmo. There's Andre Martinez able to bring it down. Yamal chasing him. Enzo Fernandez right into Baena. And he's able to prevent the immediate break. Still Spain take the ball. Cucurella, great touch, going to get back to Montiel. But it's a strong tackle of Montiel.
Great turn, first of all, but an even better tackle from Montiel. Look at the focus and the concentration, and then that little bit extra that they like to leave on you.
There's something Emery Laporte talked about coming in. We've not seen it quite as dramatically as we did in the first half against England Wednesday in the semi-final. The little extra shoves, the extra little kicks. Although that's a little bit extra there between Tagliafico and Yamal, and Lamine Yamal's getting upset. Great spot by Baena. Oyarzabal. Dani Olmo. Out for Cucurella. Cucurella gets across it. It bounces off Romero. Didn't know it was coming in. Great control by Cucurella to bring it back down. And the Olmo now. He'll hook this cross in. It was for Lionel. It's away by Lisandro Martinez. Paul said it should have been a handball there as that ball back in was blocked. Alvarez trying to run the other way. Roger was having none of that. And that's going to be a foul and a free kick for Spain.
And then you have Alvarez trying to run away with some speed. And then who's there? It's Rodri getting his body in front. Just always in the right place, right time. Yeah, sure, it hits his hand, but it's tucked in tight, natural position. Nothing giving there for a handball.
Once again, the center back carrying into a pretty advanced position. Ryan on Montiel. Ryan drives it inside for Few, trying to cut it in for Dani Olmo. Argentina having a hard time right now, just these little moments. Pressure from Yamal, and it's given right back to Spain.
Just turning the screw a little bit right now, Spain. Every attack, there's a little bit more space, a little quicker ball movement, win the ball back a little bit quicker. Argentina have to get something going right now. It just feels, for this Spanish team, it's a matter of time.
The interchange there, just behind Olmo, finds Martinez is down to make the second save of the half, more than he made the whole game in the semifinal.
Yeah, that's what they do. They spread you wide, then all of a sudden they hit you up the gut. The running of Dani Olmo again just drifts off the shoulder of Enzo Fernandez. He loses track of him. Ball falls. Oyarzabal doesn't really get enough of that one, but a good look at goal.
Nico Gonzalez flicks on the header. Marcy able to clear it away. Oyarzabal not just trying to continue this remarkable streak of scoring in every final in which he's played. He would with a goal become Spain's all-time leading goal scorer in a single World Cup. 5 goals at this tournament, tied with 2 others, including David Villa, who was a part of the team that won the World Cup in 2010. Montiel lost track of that ball, and he's able to get it back. Baena thought he was in. A little space here for Argentina. McAllister, and he'll go backwards. Fernandez will roll it wide for Rodrigo de Paul, who hands it off to his Inter Miami teammate Lionel Messi. Ball kept it in play. He's going to find Messi. Julian Alvarez. Back out wide, Rodrigo de Paul. Blocked by Cucurella, second chance. Was trying to cycle it around. Oyarzabal stepped right in to take it, and that is indeed going to be the game's first yellow card. It's Lisandro Martinez on the receiving end.
Yeah, it's because he stops a potential counterattack for Oyarzabal, even though he really didn't have anywhere to go. It was just a bunch of white and blue shirts around him. But for the first time, Argentina actually having a little possession in the attacking half, and it came because Spain tried to play a long direct ball, because that is a late tackle, very clearly a yellow. But they weren't as connected as they had been in the attacking half to get pressure, so it allowed Argentina, for the first time in a long time, to play more than 2 consecutive passes.
Able to turn to some space. Enzo Fernandez was backing off. Rodri able to keep it up Montiel. That was a lot for Oyarzabal to handle it, but he did. And he's going to cut that one back in. Pedro Porro lifting it up. No one in the back post in red. And Lionel Martinez is going to come all the way out to get it.
Porro takes up a nice position. Great ball into Oyarzabal, drifting out, finding that little passing lane, and then that cues the running behind. Just bodies moving. That type of verticality really important. Just doesn't pick out a red shirt in the box.
Coming up the Bank of America halftime show here on Fox. Rebecca, Thierry, Zlatan, and Alexi all in attendance with us here in New Jersey. It's another giveaway there by Argentina. Clever touch by Fabian Ruiz to keep it moving.
I do think, honestly, Argentina's thinking about halftime right now. Can we get to halftime with this at 0-0? The biggest issue they have beyond possession and all of that is they're getting spread out to defend, but then they're too spread out when they have the ball.
And Cucurella tees it up! It's by much. Martinez felt comfortable there to let it go.
And there's just no connection. They just have no connection across the field right now. Cucurella's been putting the last couple into the box. This time takes a shot. And a little bit of time has got a player down for Argentina actually right now behind the ball.
It is indeed Lisandro Martinez who is down.
We're seeing sub. Maybe Martinez giving the sub signal. Wow, that is big.
He had some injury issues in the spring. He's a player that talked about considering retirement a year and a half ago after he tore his ACL, reinvented himself as a player to get back to this level, but he is not going to be able to make it to the halftime break. And in comes one of the most experienced defenders in the history of the World Cup, Nicolas Otamendi, who moves into the top 10 in tournament history. His 21st game played. And what a big loss for Lisandro Martinez. Become a starter in this team ahead of Otamendi in the last 2 tournaments. And his World Cup final is done. Less than 44 minutes in.
And that's the hard part. That's the heart of your field right there in the middle. Center back position. It's a big area in the field in which you really like partnerships. Partnerships that work well together. They complement each other. So another reason that Argentina won halftime. Now, you're bringing in a very experienced player in Otamendi, but he just hasn't played a lot with Romero. So the two of them in this tournament specifically, how quickly can he get into the flow of the game? He's going to try and stick a tackle in early.
As you see, he was a lone goal scorer the last time these 2 teams played in 2018. It was a 6-1 win for Spain.
Lamine in the house.
4 added minutes to come at the end of this first half. Martinez, long, Julian Alvarez going to chase it down. Simone able to clear outside his box. It just ran away from Alvarez there. Had a step on the defenders.
4 minutes of stoppage time in the first half. 4 minutes of stoppage time.
Tiempo adicional para la primera parte, 7 minutos.
Otamendi first action. Pulling that ball out of the air. Nico Gonzalez trying to escape. Weaves around Porro. And then Porro lost the battle, won the war. Cucurella goes long, but out of play. Nice interchange there. DePaul brought it back under control. Gonzalo Montiel. Early bowling was under hit for Messi. Pressure from DePaul. Montiel couldn't chase it down. He was offside. Simone comes to get it. A tough moment right now for Lisandro Martinez as he will watch the rest of this game from the bench.
But it's an interesting final in the sense that it's tight, which is not unexpected. Spain have had a lot of the ball, not unexpected. Argentina, tough defensively, not unexpected. I still just think they're going to want to have a little bit more of that ball as the game goes on. They need to be a little bit more connected in their press. But if they get into halftime and it's 0-0, it's still very much anybody's game. And both teams have a lot of players off the bench that can make a big difference in the second half. So you've seen 2 teams in the first part playing not to really lose. But Spain, just very methodical, very surgical in the way they try to break down this Argentine defense. It has opened up in moments, but nothing really clear-cut. So from Argentina's perspective, that's still a little bit of a win, because this is what they would have expected. I just think that you've got to be more dangerous going the other way.
Here's Yamal. Couldn't return it. Messi tracking back to defend, took it away as Lionel was making the run. And then Messi draws the foul. And as you said, he's not going to get involved all game, but he is going to get involved. And when he is, as England found out, as others have found out, that's when things change really quick. Second man ever to play in 3 World Cup finals, the first to start all 3. Cafu of Brazil came off the bench for one of his final appearances. Do you think Messi would love to leave the United States? I should say he's going to stay in the U.S. because he plays in Miami, but he would like to leave the tournament with that goal-scoring record that Kylian Mbappe snatched away from him yesterday in the third-place playoff. Minute to go in the first half of the final. As much as Argentina have been the late show at this tournament, Spain have won 2 of their games in the knockout stage. Very late on, Mikel Merino coming off the bench as a sub. Snatched late wins against Portugal and Belgium. Argentina yet to register a shot in this first half. Spain with the best chances to score. Martinez with 2 saves in the first half, more than he made in the entire game in the semifinal Wednesday, and that is the first half coming to a close. Rebecca Thierry Zlatan and Alexi on the other side of the break. 45 minutes down, 45 to go in the FIFA World Cup Final. No score between Spain and Argentina.
At the end of the first half, the score is Spain 0, Argentina 0. But don't worry, we've got a whole second half to go. It is still anybody's game. Both teams are still up to become the World Cup champions. Coming up in just a few moments, be sure to watch the video board for the live broadcast of the first halftime show in World Cup history. We've got superstars coming together for a singular moment at the intersection of sport, culture, and purpose. Broadcast live across the entire world. The halftime show will support the FIFA Global Citizen Education Fund, a landmark initiative working to raise $100 million to expand access to quality education and football for children worldwide. Everyone at this watch party took action for education on the Global Citizen app to earn their ticket. So why stop there? We are working together to build a stronger education across the world. So New York City, you guys have already made your mark. Let's continue to make it. There are porta potties located at both the north and south ends of Central Park, so be sure to go in those directions if you are looking for a bathroom. Fans, once again, if you are looking for a bathroom during this halftime break, they're located at both the north and south ends of Central Park. So if you are facing the stage to your right and to your left, you have bathroom options. There are plenty of porta potties available for you.
Thierry Henry, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Alexi Lalas, they're setting up, as you can see behind us, for the first ever halftime show at a World Cup final, and we will get you there just as soon as it gets going. But until then, is what you've seen, Thierry, of this World Cup final what you expected?
Exactly that. When you play against Spain, you feel like your head is under water, because you feel like you're suffocating. They don't allow you to be on the ball. They keep that ball, and then if you don't have that ball, I said it before, you can't attack. But sometimes they manage to play the ball long, and Unai Simon all the time clears the ball. It's very difficult. It feels like you're not in the game. And then when you're Spain, you feel like you're jabbing up until someone put their guard down, and then you can knock them out.
Zlatan, quick thoughts.
I mean, it's like we said before the game, that Spain is going to dominate the game, and Argentina just have to keep them patient, and when they win the ball, but then Spain is there, and they pressure you to lose the ball or give a pass that you don't really want to do. So it's like we predicted. No, we don't predict, we analyze.
We analyze
the game. Yeah, Alexi.
Good news, bad news. Let's take it from an Argentine perspective. No possession with purpose. The outlet passing, when they're trying to play out of the back, they're hitting the ball out of bounds, so nothing going on in there. Messi, we know, doesn't defend, so they're defending in 10. He was invisible the first half. We know he can come alive, though. They had to sub a center back, and the physical game isn't bothering this Spanish team. Good news is it's 0-0, and they got an extended halftime so they can get more of a rest.
Exactly. The even better news. Time now for the first ever World Cup Final FIFA halftime show.
Coach, I gotta say, first half of halftime knocked my darn socks off.
Spectacular, baby.
I mean, how the heck is anyone gonna be able to fall that?
Gonna be tough.
Yeah, you know what I think we need? We need some heart, you know? Someone that has some soul. You know, someone who can bring the love. Ooh, you thinking what I'm thinking?
One step ahead of you, Coach.
You always are. All right, young man, let's go. The big shot. Okay, now listen to me. Go out there, don't be nervous. Nobody's watching, all right? Make us proud.
Good morning, curtains dancing in the sunrise. Baby's crawling on the floor, and we don't have to go to Mississippi. I'll bring the river to your side, and maybe we find love in those moments. We don't even have to try. I could write a song, but my words just wouldn't do. So I sing hallelujah, hallelujah, baby. Let's take a walk, hallelujah. The sun is out, hallelujah. Look at you, hallelujah. Loving you, hallelujah. Everything hallelujah, everything hallelujah, everything hallelujah, everything hallelujah. If somehow I could reach across your mind, I would pull out all the hurt. Tried to write this song, but my words just wouldn't do. So I sang hallelujah, hallelujah, baby. Just look at you, hallelujah. I'm loving you, hallelujah. It's the World Cup, hallelujah. It's the World Cup, hallelujah.
the first ever FIFA World Cup Final halftime show. Second half of the game coming shortly as we await the first goal in the World Cup Final.
Did you know salsa was invented when Puerto Ricans took Cuban rhythms?
Water located on the opposite side of the screens. If you are looking at the video board, the free water will be behind you. Stay hydrated. Free water and cooling stations are located throughout the venue, provided by Box One. Take breaks in the shade. If you start to feel dizzy, weak, or unwell, please seek medical assistance immediately.
Recuerden tomar agua disponible al otro lado de la calle. Hay estaciones de agua gratis y áreas para refrescarse por todo el parque. Si no se sienten bien, busquen ayuda médica.
With an early decent chance saved by Emi Martinez. No goals in the World Cup Final yet.
FIFA World Cup 2026 on Fox is sponsored by
Looks like another substitution at half-time, this one, for
Lionel Scaloni and Argentina. Leandro Paredes, I think, is coming on, but we'll get confirmation. There he is. From our commentary team, John Strong. Stu Holden, guys, back to you.
Rebecca, thank you. Yes, second sub of the game for Argentina. It was an injury to Lisandro Martinez at the back. This, we would guess, is just a reaction to how the first half has gone. Nico Gonzalez, as we said, hadn't started a game at this tournament. This was the biggest start of his Argentina career, in fact. His day is done at the break. Leandro Paredes, 32-year-old regular starter for Argentina, is on now. An Argentina team playing in their 96th all-time World Cup game, the first in which they did not register a single attempt in the first half. The second half is underway in the FIFA World Cup Final. Argentina trying to become the first back-to-back men's champions since Brazil in 1962. Spain, the reigning champions of Europe, trying to win the World Cup for a second time in their history. No changes for Spain at the break. Lamine Yamal trying to pick the pocket of Romero. Oh, he's almost got a touch to it, sliding across there to break it up. Argentina scrambling at the back there. What are you looking for here, second half?
That change for Argentina tells you everything you need to know about. Oh, it's almost
another turnover from Perez. It is going to be a turnover. It's Baena who picks it up. It's Alex Baena! Lionel Martinez's third save.
Well, Paredes straight into the game, and his first touch of the ball is a turnover, and he's in there to give them a little bit more in the middle of the field on the ball, some possession, and also some help defensively. Goes straight to Baena, comes in on the right foot, doesn't get a hold of it. Comfortable save for Emi Martinez. But we're going to see, really, this second half, how do Argentina respond after that first set? Spain are going to do what they do. Can they stop them a little bit? Can they get some pressure like that? But then can they keep the ball and be dangerous in this part of the field? Alexis McAllister now has gone out to that left-hand side.
Rodrigo De Paul out on the right. Does Messi's influence in this game grow? One of the interesting questions, that halftime was a little more than 10 minutes longer than a normal halftime is because of that wonderful musical performance. So who does that benefit? One team, both teams, that they've had a lot more time in the locker room than they normally would have. Down the line for Montiel Chase and a foot race with Laporte. And Laporte dove in there. They actually had a touch on that one. Eventually he did. Argentina's going to have their first quarter of the game.
This might get changed. I actually think this ended up coming off the toe of Montiel. Great tackle from Laporte, but I think, yeah, it does look like it comes off his toe, but we'll see. We'll review this one.
Bastian Dankert of Germany is the video assistant referee based at the VAR hub in Dallas, which is where the International Broadcast Center is, so it'll be up to him to look at the video and reverse the call.
As of now, have not. Maybe it was too close that they just said, okay, it's a corner for Argentina.
Best goal-scoring team from dead balls at this World Cup, Argentina. Messi into the near post, trying to get the flip from McAllister. And last out off Alexis McAllister for a goal kick, and now Argentina's bench up yelling.
But that was a good sequence for Argentina. You didn't initially feel the difference in having Paredes on the field, being an option, coming underneath. Now you're going to see Alexis McAllister coming inside, trying to help with that overload, which means Tagliafico has to get wide for them and high. But now they're stepping up their press, being a little bit more aggressive, and it looks like certainly Paredes is going to try to stay with Dani Olmo. Looks like Argentina ready a couple more subs potentially.
And that would be interesting to make a sub so soon in the second half like that.
Yeah, especially as you've had all that time at halftime to talk it over. You made one change. But I think already you're seeing the early effects and desired effects of the tactical tweaks that Scaloni made. He's a very, very good coach. I think still, as much success as he has had, he flies under the radar. And people just say, well, you've got Messi, you've got a group of really good players, but he has a really good feel for what the game needs. And he knew straight away, he's not afraid to make changes. Made one change already at halftime, giving them a little bit more connection on the ball, which was something they were missing in the first half.
We talked about this. Lionel Scaloni was highly criticized when he was given the job in the fall of 2018. He had no prior top-level experience. He'd been an assistant coach. It was seen by some in Argentina as kind of an insult that a guy with his lack of experience, not a star player, would be given the job. But he's done nothing but win. He's trying to win a fourth consecutive major tournament final. Julian Alvarez plays it wide to Tagliafico. Facundo Medina is the player who had been starting it right back in this tournament, preparing to come on. There might be a second actually hiding underneath the roof of their bench down below us. Montiel takes a hard kick and a big shout as he goes down. Scan the QR code on the screen. Vote for the Michelob Ultra Superior Player of the Match. You've got time to make that vote. The decisive player in this game has yet to make himself known. Keeping in mind that the final that we remember in Qatar between Argentina and France didn't actually really start until the last 20 minutes. Up until that point, it was a pretty slow burn. It's Rodri who's down in pain right now. It's a position shaving because they're trying to stand over him, the Argentina players right now.
And that's not the best place to do it. And he's going to pick up a straight lower cover for a push. Same put down the ground. Danny Olmo.
The only yellow shown in the first half is to Lisandro Martinez, who's been subbed off.
So Rodri's right in the middle of your screen and just gets a bump in the back from Paredes. Just off to the left right there. He's turning. Well, that's pretty simple, but it wasn't seen by the referee initially.
So Paredes, who's just subbed on the field, gets a yellow card about 6 minutes in.
It does tell you something though, doesn't it? That perhaps he got a little bit from his Coach Scaloni. Look, I want you in this game and I want that type of physicality. I want you to mix it up. I want you to disrupt the Spanish team. And also now he's on a yellow, which makes it a little bit more difficult to be as aggressive as you would like in trying to be that type of player.
Jamal with Cucurella for company. To find Martinez, and he plays it right to Rodri, pumps it forward down the elbow. Romero comes across to poke it away. Alexis McAllister has to find an option. Tagliafico, that'll be an Argentina throw. And it does not look like that substitution is imminent anymore. They've sent both Facundo Medina and Lionel Molina back to the substitute area where they're warming up down the corner.
It might have been one of those situations where he was thinking about, okay, I want to see how this starts, and if I need to make a change, I do. I think he'll be pretty happy with the response he's gotten from his team, at least now. Spain haven't found that rhythm. There's Paredes, and there's the shove on Danny Olmo. Slavko Vincic about 6 inches away from him, so you're not going to get away with that. And he'd actually, I think, initially gotten away with that shove in the back of Rodri.
Seattle just felt the two hands in the back from Alex Baena, goes down. They're trying to play quick here. Spain were still arguing the point. That was good work by Lamine Yamal. They're tracking back defensively to knock that away. When will Lamine Yamal and Lionel Messi get their opportunities to be decisive in this game? most unbelievable photo that they took years ago when Yamal was an infant. Here's Oyarzabal now. Options either side. Might just call his own number. Now he rolls it in for Fabian Ruiz. And he was knocked away there. Spain right back on the ball.
Oh, it was a great build-up from Spain. The fastest tempo we've seen them play at in a little while. But Lamine Yamal was wide open, didn't get the pass from Oyarzabal.
Moro brings it down, has Yamal in support. Here's Lamine Yamal now. Got the pass away, goes down. It was Tagliafico coming in a bit late. There's no whistle. Enzo Fernandez trying to find the outlet of DePaul. That was a hard one to handle. Messi tracking back to clean it up. And then Laporte goes down holding his face as Julian Alvarez challenged him in the air.
I think what you're seeing is the intensity and also the tension really ramping up in this game. This was the Spanish build-up. Fabian Ruiz, one touch, one touch, one touch. Then Oyarzabal's driving with, look at the top of the screen, just out of your picture. Then Lamine Yamal, if Oyarzabal could have played him in front, he was screaming for the ball. They said he went for the nutmeg, but then didn't continue his run onto the ball, and it was cleared away by Otamendi at the end of that play. But beautiful play from Spain.
And in that sequence there, as you were looking at the replay, it's getting threaded through first. Daniel from the byline, cutting it back. Just being thrown by Montiel. It's out for a Spain corner. But Argentina quickly withdrew those players. They're going to make a sub here in a moment.
Yeah, well here they're not getting pressure on the ball. And Daniel again just running off the shoulder. He found that gap because you saw Tagliafico went close to Lamine Yamal. Great cutback. Such a great ball because everybody's defending that cross in front of the goal. But it was a last-ditch tackle here from Montiel, just beating Cucurella. Starting to get a game now. Now you're starting to really feel it.
And before the corner is taken, you see Romero talking to the referee, Slavko Vincic. Played in short. Yamal, Poro, and it's too deep to the back post. So on comes the man who was starting at right back at this tournament. Manuel Molina was swapped out of the lineup today for Gonzalo Montiel, and they will swap back here early in the second half. Third substitution for Argentina. They have two more subs they can make, but only one window, one opportunity in which to make them because of the first half injury substitution. So that hamstrings Lionel Scaloni a little bit. And Spain have activity on their bench now as well.
Molina more of an attacking right back, still can defend, but I think with what Scaloni's feeling, if they can have a little bit more of the ball, what can make them dangerous is now starting to force the Spanish wingers to get back and defend, and if they don't, it gives Argentina more opportunity in the attacking third. You also want to keep fresh legs in those positions because you have very dynamic Spanish wingers that will attack you and keep attacking and draining you. So Molina's got a tough task on this left side because he's dealing with a lot of Cucurella and Baena.
Ferran Torres is preparing to enter for Spain. Good defending on the outside by Tagliafico. Now Tagliafico's trying to run forward. Enzo Fernandez just got it caught underneath his feet, and Yamal took it back for Spain. Pedri is preparing to enter as well. Here are Barcelona players in the wings for Spain. Dani Olmo, himself a Barcelona player. Speaking of which, Lamine Yamal. And yet the greatest Barcelona player of all time is wearing white and blue in this game, Lionel Messi. Poro trying to maybe get some space on the outside for Yamal, and he ends up getting fouled. And a free kick now in an interesting position for Spain.
Yeah, interesting for sure. This is definitely a distance for a direct strike at goal. Pedro Poro takes a little kick, very clear from Paredes, who was on a yellow card, on the back of his leg, right there, right leg. So it'll be interesting who ends up taking this one. They've got a number of options, but this does favor this angle a left-footed player, because if it was a right-footed player trying to hit that near post, you really have to get it around the wall with much more bend. But the left-footed player here, if it is Lamine Yamal, he's holding the ball. Could this be his shining moment?
Having a hard time figuring out the little spray can there to set the mark of the free kick. There you go. As we said, these referees, they've got so much to deal with. They've got all the communications equipment. Running around with the spray, it's a lot.
And you'll keep a right-footed player here potentially to just have a little bit of deception maybe. You might try and bend one towards the back post to keep this Argentine defense honest, as well as Emi Martinez guessing. If he cheats a little bit, that's why you keep somebody over there potentially.
As Yamal walks away, buy into the right-footed option. The 19-year-old Lamine Yamal, the other, and it will indeed be Lamine Yamal, blocked by the wall, falls kindly from Baena. Baena blocked on the slide. It's a Fernandez dangerous clearance here as Julian Alvarez made the initial play and lashed out for an Argentina throw.
I said this in the England game about Argentina, as we're going to get the subs now, but also their fans. They really lean into the fan support and the emotion, and little moments like that, tackles. Is it going to be Oyarzabal coming off and Fabian Ruiz?
So Mikel Oyarzabal, who had the record of having scored in every final in which he's played for club and country. Fabian Ruiz, who has not lost any of the 49 games he's ever played for Spain. Those two are off. Ferran Torres, who's not scored at this tournament, he's hit the bar twice, and he had the game-winning assist against Portugal. He is on, as is Pedri of Barcelona. The only player on this Spanish team to have actually played a season with Messi at Barcelona 6 years ago. And so Luis de la Fuente making his first two changes to try to get the balance back in his team's favor, and another free kick.
I think that's a good word, the balance, because you're taking off a specialist goal scorer, a guy who's always there for the moments, and that's why it's a little bit surprising in a game like this that you're taking off a difference maker. I think what it's telling you is he wants energy at the front to keep pressing Argentina, not liking them having the ball as they play quickly.
It's taken quick for Yamal. Two for company, and Tagliafico was in there. It's not a foul. It's a goal kick. All right, we knew this was coming. The temperature's going up. We got 30 minutes left in the World Cup Final.
This is what Argentina want, though. This is the type of game they want. Where they're being physical, they're getting stuck in, they're laying the body on the line for tackles, they're having little moments of possession. And that's for them when they can start to get up the field a little bit. So now I'm looking at this thing and, okay, what's Spain's response going to be with the ball?
Messi, McAllister took a bit of a touch there from the defender. It's Paredes sliding through. You see Argentina still yet to register a shot, let alone a shot that has either found the back of the net or required a save. We've played more than an hour here in East Rutherford, New Jersey, in front of 80,000 fans. Alex Baena. Well, Molina knew it was coming there. Couldn't take him off the ball, though. And then those two tangle. And the Spanish bench and the Spanish fans are furious. But if Pedro is playing on, Danny Olmo, another potential foul. Martinez spills it. It's going to be out for a corner. And Slavko Minčić, the referee, has his hands full yet again.
He does. He's going to have to start thinking about some of the cards or more whistles to get a control of some of the physical play. This one takes a hop right before Emi Martinez. He gets his body behind it. But he's not able to gather it in or stop the ball, and it goes behind for another corner.
There have been more than a few awkward hops on this field, and that one was very tricky for Emiliano Martinez. Can Spain take advantage of a corner that on another day they might not have had if Martinez could just feel that cleanly? next. It's McAllister awkwardly to clear back into the middle of the field. Oral resets for Yamal. He'll hook that one in. Took a defensive touch there, out for another corner.
Paredes is in a good spot to deal with this one. Great looking ball, just bending towards the goal at a nice height, looking for a red shirt. And they're again going to put this into the box. This is not what Spain do often. They normally play it short.
And into the mixer, batted down by Martinez. A scramble of bodies. Christian Romero was unsure who that last came off, and so he'll play safe and get it clear. It was really awkward looking for Emiliano Martinez dealing with that, in part because, as you can see there, that ball is coming out of the creeping shadow on the near sideline, and his eyes were right in the sun. And Argentina looks set to empty their bench and use their final 2 subs here in a moment. Done by Pedri to bring down that bouncing ball. And it comes down to Cucurella. He had the game-winning assist in the European Championship final 2 years ago. It's by in and out from the corner, lifts it in. Martinez battling the sun, gonna play safe. And then it's headed in behind. There was no pressure there. It's another Spain corner.
I know these are difficult moments though as defenders, because you have to be sure. You can't take a chance if someone's gonna sneak in off your weak side. I mean, Martinez is trying to say, look, chest it back to me, but you also have a player right there for Spain.
It is Facundo Medina, and it is Giuliano Simeone, who was the surprise starter in the semifinal, preparing to enter for Argentina. It's Lamine Yamal to take corner kick number 6 for Spain, away by McAllister. Reset for Lamine Yamal. Couldn't cleanly split the double team, but he gets back to that ball. Goes right to Martinez off the head of Ferran Torres.
Yamal does so well, he skips through 2 defenders here. Takes a little bounce in his favor, but does so well with the right foot just to keep it in. And a player down off the ball right now for Argentina. And this is, we're just seeing bodies crashing. Kubarsi goes down, there's nothing there.
And it looks like with the substitutions imminent and with a man down and under some real pressure, Argentina, they reach the second half hydration break, powered by Powerade, going into the final portion of the FIFA World Cup Final. Temperatures going up, but the game is still...
Fans, while both of our teams take a quick hydration break, this is your reminder to stay hydrated as well. Free water and cooling stations are located throughout the venue. Take breaks in the shade. If you begin to feel dizzy, weak, or unwell, seek medical assistance immediately. Free water is located on the opposite side of the screens. If you are facing the screens, the water will be behind you. Once again, if you are looking for a bathroom during this hydration break, they will be on the north and south ends of Central Park. That is if you are looking at the big screens. They will be on your right and on your left.
Los equipos hacen una pausa de hidratación. Recuerden tomar agua. Hay estaciones de agua gratis disponibles al otro lado de la calle. Y también hay baño en el lado norte y sur del parque. Hay áreas para refrescarse por todo el parque si no se sienten bien. Busquen ayuda médica. DJ Manapoli, ¡que siga la fiesta!
This is a team that scores late, that grows in confidence the longer the game goes on. And I think that's part of it. Even though you're feeling that momentum shift just a little, Spain looked the more dangerous attacking team. They've had the better chances. But this is an Argentine team. The longer the game goes on, they start to think they can do it. And they only need one chance. We still haven't seen really Messi in the attacking part of the field. And that is what they'll be hoping to achieve with some of these changes that they've made. But even Spain will be feeling that. Like, look, we've got to try to find a goal while we're on top. If we don't, we know that Argentina can find that one goal.
And it was indeed Romero as well as Rodrigo de Paul who came off. On the ball there. It's knocked down well by Alvarez. Tagliafico knocks it forward, but can't do anything with it. Fuente looking on. It was a late winner for Spain in the European Championship final 2 years ago. For that matter, it was an extra time winner for Argentina in the Copa America final. We mentioned all the late goals Argentina have scored. Spain as well have won 2 of these games here with very late goals from substitutes. So both of these teams are in fact quite comfortable if it gets late and nothing's been settled. Lionel Martinez, this is his 15th career World Cup start. He's made more saves today than he ever has had to make. 5 in total in this match. Simeone's first touch since coming on. Diego Simeone, 3-time World Cup player for Argentina. Manager of quite a few of the players in this game at Atletico Madrid. That was off the side of Rodri's head. He couldn't find it. And now McAllister trying to open up to the far side. That's Nicolas Tagliafico running forward. More able to meet him and slow him up. To McAllister. When was the last time we saw Argentina with the ball in the attacking half like this?
Just chipping away, chipping away. But can they be dangerous? That's the question. They're certainly growing in their confidence.
And here's Lionel Messi on the ball. Medina running inside. He comes outside to Simeone. Simeone trying to cut it back into the middle. And now get an inch the other way because Alex Bailly's got nothing but green grass in front of him. Yes, he did. Argentina, boy, did they scramble back or what? These players have played across the season at this World Cup, all travel across North America. The extra time Argentina have played. Who isn't left in the tank? Julian Alvarez, maybe a chance to run there.
Nowhere to go. He thought about trying to outrun the Spanish defense. Tries to then put the brakes on and come back, and Spain win the ball.
And Luis de la Fuente is trying to play his key card here off the bench. Not just Nico Williams, would have been starting perhaps in this tournament if not for some injury issues from Mikel Merino, who's come off the bench to twice score a winning goal in this tournament. They are both preparing to enter. And here is Lamine Yamal. McAllister comes to meet him and is left in his dust. Yamal couldn't angle that outside of the foot for Ferran Torres.
Battle of the benches now, though, and you've got, as we said, 2 really, really good coaches that just have their finger on the pulse of their teams. But more importantly, they have players that can execute and be difference makers. Merino is that guy. Nico Williams gives you a little bit more pace, a little bit more power running at players. Maybe that opens up the field.
Lionel Martinez there. That was a tough first touch, and he just has to get rid of it under duress. Good step forward there to knock it away by Enzo Fernandez. I mean, you and I talked for months before this tournament. This was always going to be a World Cup of depth.
Yeah.
You're allowed 5 subs. You get a roster of 26, heat, travel, everything else. It's going to be the depth pieces that are decisive in this World Cup final. Dani Olmo and Alex Bailly are the 2 players withdrawn.
But both coaches going to their bench so quickly, and even the subs that Scaloni made for Argentina, just tells you the feeling of the urgency of not even, if it's even slightly starts to shift in momentum against them, they want to make the changes right away.
And a quarter hour to go. Argentina have scored more goals at this tournament after this point in games than any team in the history of the World Cup. Also played extra time more than any team in the history of the World Cup.
The attendance today for the FIFA World Cup Final watch party right here in Central Park, brought to you by Global Citizens, is a sold-out 50,000 fans!
Hoy nos acompaña 50,000 personas aquí en Central Park.
Rodri, Pedri in a good spot, takes the ball, Pedri saves! Martinez number 6.
And he just takes a tiny little push in the back as he goes to hit this, and it puts him off balance. I think it's Julian Alvarez. Watches this strike, there's the push, just that faintest touch as Argentina turned it over again.
It's Lamine Yamal, 1v1 with Tagliafico. In for Ferran Torres. Out for Lamine Yamal. Yamal cuts it right for Yamal. Cutting it back. That was well read there by Medina. Jumping forward there to get in front of Ferran Torres to clear. The Spanish fans down to our left can feel it right now. Out the ball. Williams trying to control. 7 save for Martinez. Blocked out for another Spain corner. They're 7 to the game.
Kubarsi's looking for his first international goal in a World Cup Final at 19. Hits a knuckler. That Martinez, as you see, look, he's going right. He thinks it's got covered, and it just comes with so much pace that it just deflects, but he gets up quickly to react.
Williams to take. And before it's taken, whistles from Slavko Vincic. You can get a sense of how this ball is going to come out of shadow and right into the sun in the eyes of Emiliano Martinez. Williams shifts to target. Where that target wasn't, it was close to it. It was Kubarsi. He gets an extra earful from an Argentine defender.
Bypasses everybody, but his body's grabbing, pulling. Falling to the ground for Torres with his hands on Tagliafico. He goes to the ground. That one. Now it's an Argentine throw deep in their ends. They've been under pressure now for 5 or 6 minutes straight.
Marcy, strong header coming forward to win that immediately back for Spain. One of these unprecedented 2 teenagers on the field for Spain in this World Cup final, along with Lamine Yamal. And if this is perhaps going to be less like the last 2 finals, it's more like the ones before. Argentina lost a 1-goal game against Germany. In 2014, Spain won a 1-0 game against the Netherlands in 2010. History's written, no one asks how you won it, just that you did.
Starting to see some heavier legs though from the Argentina side because they've been chasing the ball for the majority of the game. And even when they feel like they have an opportunity to try to get a little bit of pressure, Spain pop it around, they get out of that pressure, and then now they just get you deeper and deeper.
And they've had to work so hard for every one of their wins in the knockout stage. Deflected cross, another Spain corner on the way. With just about 10 minutes plus stoppage time to go here in New Jersey. Now we'll take it short for Williams. Williams in for Pedri, able to turn. Pedri to return, Nico Williams to the bottom. It's an 8 save for Emiliano Martinez. He's trying to go quick to get Simeone on the run. Unai Simon out to deal with it, and then collusion there at the end of the play.
But the biggest thing you could still say for this Argentina team, under pressure, conceding chances, they still, in the biggest moments, find ways to get contact, to get bodies on you, to get bodies in front of the ball. Pretty clear, just a little shove in the back. Cucurella sells it a little bit. Look, as he's trying to attack this, he's got to get over Medina. Medina does well just to stand his ground, to not allow Laporte to get full contact on that.
Is weaving his way through. It's off to Pedro Porro. As you said, Argentina doing a lot of running, doing a lot of chasing.
Pedri's made a big difference coming in as well. He's just gliding around the field. His job is to unlock the defense. He just tries to unbalance it. Here he is now in possession again.
Pedri. Marino wasn't quite the angle he wanted. McAllister, Enzo Fernandez was blocked off it. Argentina can't really complain. It's no different from some of what they've been doing in the Spanish players. They're figuring the right path to the center. Enzo Fernandez got to be careful because he collapse. That soft inches. He's not going to get a second yellow card in succession.
It speaks to their frustration, quite frankly. He feels, but just like there's these three bodies around the ball. It's so difficult. He feels that he's going to get to that. I don't think he was. The referee was right there in front of him.
Going long, number 5, Emiliano Martinez, who incidentally has tied a World Cup Final record. 8 saves made, matches the 8 saves made by Brazil's Claudio Taffarel at the Rose Bowl in the final in '94. Now it also included an extra 30 minutes in a final that Brazil ended up winning in a penalty shootout.
Still, no shots for Argentina in the 83rd minute of the game.
Martinelli with some pressure there on that ball. This plays safe and out. Rising up, gets the flag from Antonio, trying to return. Marino knocks it wide. Yamal comes to get it. Is there to clean it up with Unai Simon. Marino withdraws the foul off Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah, Messi hasn't been able to do anything because Argentina hasn't had the ball. He needs the ball in the attacking half to make a difference. He's not going to make a difference when he's defending.
To and when will it come after 90 minutes or 120? Here's Lamine Yamal. Ferran Torres making the run. Torres has it now. Trying to play it. Had it for once. Who's got the extra burst when it's needed most? Just about 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go. As it stands, extra time to follow. Unless someone can break through. There just to sweep it out for a throw.
Just for some context on the Messi numbers as well. He's got 22 touches and I think just 7 in the second half. And that last sequence was most of those.
Long switch to Nico Williams, brings it down in some space. Williams cuts it in. Oh, trying to cut it back. Good tackle in the end. But again, Argentina can't get the ball, they can't break out, they can't create an attack.
They can frustrate you. And we've seen teams do this to Spain all the time. It's just not typically Argentina. It's not to the way Spain went out of the 2 previous tournaments. This team's grinding them down, going penalties. Maybe feels that way that it's going right now for Argentina. It's not what you want to do, it's what they force you to do. They force you to play a different game. But the greatest quality of some of the best teams in the world is to play the game that is given to you.
Moreno for Rodri. For Lamine Yamal, Tagliafico the defender. Back in for Rodri. Get behind Moreno, but able to hold it in. Saves it up there.
He's starting to run off the shoulder a lot. Starts inside, now you see that space. Ultimately it stepped in and then just pulls it wide. He actually stays step for step with it. Medina come across to help out. Ferran is trying to take that first time. He's actually trying to get all the way across it to find the far post, but does not test the goal of Emi Martinez. And Argentina have no interest in trying to play out of the back. They're just going to use this as a long goal kick opportunity, try to win the second ball, try to keep the ball in Spain's half just for maybe 20 seconds of the game.
Well, start the stopwatch then. Callister gets a flick. Was that 20 seconds?
That was over. That was 12.
Almost gave that to Julian Alvarez. Pedri. That was kind of awkwardly there. It's going to actually work for Nico Williams in the end. Molina had a chance to get it clear and just missed it in the air. There's Nico Williams again, dealt with injuries all spring, dealt with an injury at this tournament. Can he be decisive? Cabarsi, the teenage center back. In for Moreno. A lot of bodies in there, crowded off it. Trying to play for Torres, held in by Porro. Here's Lamine Yamal. Yamal looking for space. Tagliafico won't give it to him, and he can't take him off the ball either. Still Lamine Yamal. Hands it off to Rodri. Rodri sweeps it along for Nico Williams. Medina will defend him. Trying to get some support. He knocks it away. Now Medina needs some help. Can't do anything with that. Just gives it right back out.
I'm looking up the field from where he was. There's just no options. There are no options for him to play the ball. Tries to find a teammate, and it's gone. And even just watching Julian Alvarez, he's dead on his legs. He can't move, can't press. And Cubarsi's now pushing in. Spain pushing all the numbers forward. And Lamine Yamal's attracted by. He's right up the middle.
Rodri on the space and tiny once, but he can't hit the target. 13th shot for Spain to 0 of Argentina.
Not the most prolific, but has scored some great goals in his career. Now, you normally see him hanging back. He saw the space, just drifted into that little pocket there in front of the back four. He doesn't mind taking the shot, but he says, give it, keep it moving. Spanish fans can't watch on. They've had the better of the game, and I think that's what they know. They know that familiar feeling when they have all of the ball and they can't find the goal. Knowing what is still on the other side.
Messi on the ball. Can't get anywhere. less than 30 seconds away from finding out how much stoppage time we'll have before the possibility of extra time. Spanish World Cup winners looking on right now, including Andres Iniesta in the top right, who scored the winning goal of the final in 2010, deep into extra time. Almost took the bump. We will play 4 added minutes here in New Jersey in the World Cup Final. And that's going to be a free kick for Argentina.
4 minutes of stoppage time in the second half. 4 minutes.
Tiempo adicional en el segundo mitad, 4 minutos.
If you're Argentina, are you just trying to survive the next 4 minutes and we go for extra time? Or are you trying to go win?
Are you trying to survive the half? So yes. But it does give you another sub. It does give you a chance to refresh. It does, for them, prove beneficial. This is a team that's gone to a lot of extra times throughout this tournament and throughout 2022 as well. So they don't panic. If anything, they thrive.
Something Lionel Scaloni said coming in, this team actually plays better when they're under pressure, when their backs are against the wall. Messi ran into the court, and then the referee blocks the cross-field pass.
But I think what Slavko Vincic was trying to do here was play an advantage.
Something he's known for.
Yes, and he was trying to hit the ball to the far side of the field, ends up hitting him. There was definitely a foul on Messi, whereas Argentina are saying, look, we'd actually prefer the set piece, because now it gives us a chance to bring some guys up and potentially get our first shot of the game.
I mean, they will win that something with their first shot of the game in second half stoppage time. That's not how they win the World Cup, is it?
They're no concern.
Messi will just play it wide to Simeone. Correa cuts him off, back to Messi. Does he have any runners? Does he have any options? Enzo Fernandez. Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi. You're not going to get a point interception by Paredes. Last man back. It's Julian Alvarez now. Simeone just to cross. Who's out? We've still got 2 minutes to go. And he rolls it out quick. Rodri up ahead.
And he's already committed to it. Absolutely a foul. Kubarsi goes flying in the air. And how significant will that be? Because now, if we get to extra time, Argentina will be playing down man for 30 minutes. And I'm not sure what he's protesting.
Well, there's something here, something on Argentina's bench, and they're pointing and they're upset about something. Now the Argentina players are pointing and they're upset about something. Vincic. Just trying to get this thing to calm back down. Mark Clattenburg, I mean, this is part of the VAR protocol now, but is there anything in that that would overturn the second yellow in the sending-off?
Before this tournament, VARs couldn't interfere in second yellow cards, but they can from this tournament onwards, and they can review second yellows, but they cannot have a case here. This was a clear reckless challenge. He comes in with some speed, he makes a clear contact, so he can have no support from the VAR in here, and the referee was correct to issue the second yellow card.
So Enzo Fernandez, who scored the tying goal in the semi-final, will play no more part of the final.
But how about for Enzo Fernandez? You pick up your first yellow for dissent, and then that's the way you go off right there. Now, I don't think that would have been a red card had he not been on the yellow to that point.
So that's what they're arguing, is that Mark Cucurella said something to Messi, and that's another rule change. If you cover your mouth and you say something confrontational, and you're covering your mouth so no one can see what you're saying, you could be sent off for that. And that was what Argentina were arguing. Austin Docker, that would be quite a call for him to make. And meanwhile,
and we haven't even had a look at the save that Emi Martinez had to make.
We had about 90 seconds of stoppage time remaining. The ball is back in play now. Argentina are playing with 10. Can Spain win the game in normal time? Can they win the World Cup for the second time in their history? Can Argentina survive to extra time and regroup? Can Spain get back to that rhythm that they had before that stoppage? Here's Rodri. He's got a big run from Boro. Creates space for Lamine Yamal. Tagliafico defending. Yamal draws two for company. Can't get through Tagliafico. Julian Alvarez comes out of there with the ball. He's got no options. He's got nothing he can do. He keeps it away in the middle of Cucurella. Quickly back forward. It's going to be a foul. Kick in early shooting position for Spain with what might be the final chance of the World Cup final.
These type of tackles end up coming when you're just a little chaotic and the ball's turned over. You're out of shape. You're smelling a little bit of danger. And it's Paredes who's late. Yes, absolutely a foul. And right in the middle of the field, right in the middle of the goal, gives you so many options here if you are Spain. It's going to be fascinating what they end up doing here.
Pedro Porro and Lamine Yamal are the two over the ball right now.
Maybe it's something off the training ground. Maybe it's a little bit of trickery. Pedro Porro, the way he's setting up, makes you think that at least he's trying to portray that he's going to be taking this. And why I say it's difficult for keepers here is because your wall can't really cover just the one side. You try to put them one side, you cover the other, but also at this distance you can get up over the top. You can go either way. And sometimes goalies start to guess. You got the Spanish legends on the edge of their seat. Hoping Spain can win their second World Cup final.
And about 80,000 others here in the building and billions around the world.
Now Lamine Yamal touching it.
On the edges of their seats. We are into the 98th minute of the World Cup final. Pedro Porro and the 19-year-old Lamine Yamal. How do you become a global legend? You score this to win the World Cup. Easier said than done, of course. Against Emiliano Martinez, who's having a historic day in goal for Argentina. Still, we're making sure that everyone in and around the wall is being placed in the appropriate spot. Well, Spanish players trying to screen Martinez's view. Here we go. It's Lamine Yamal. Emiliano Martinez, the hero, but someone still has to win this thing. Rebecca Thierry, Zlatan, and Alexi on the other side of the break as normal time finishes scoreless between Spain and Argentina.
with it. Remember I told you that Enzo Fernandez has a yellow card? He's sitting on a yellow card? No, might not want to do that right there. Okay. Bye-bye, my friend. Adios. Russian blood, whatever you want to call it. There's your red card. Goodbye, Argentina, down to 10.
And then right in front of us, Lamine Yamal, that won it for Spain. But Emiliano Martinez said, no, extra time now.
Emi Martinez coming up with the goods again in a World Cup final, and this is why football is so fascinating, because Argentina now have to go through 30 minutes with just 10 men. In that 90 minutes, Spain had 15 shots to 0 Argentina, 10 shots on target Spain to 0 Argentina, but next they've still got a chance to win the World Cup.
They do, but it was attrition, a war of attrition. It just continues to be now. And so whatever, they were battening down the hatches already when it came to Argentina. They're just going to have to hang on for dear life or pray that Messi has a moment of magic, but he hasn't been near at all today.
Real quick, Zlatan, how will it go?
I mean, Spain is going to continue to dominate and control the game. And Argentina has to defend now and defend very good. Like I said, Spain is going to make you lose your patience, just like it happened. Argentina is being aggressive.
It's 11 against 10 for another 35 of the last 6 World Cup finals have gone to extra time. It's back to John Strong and Stu Holden.
Rebecca, Emiliano Martinez 2 months ago tomorrow was just going through the warm-ups for the UEFA Europa League final with Aston Villa when he took a shot that broke the ring finger in his right hand. And he says he was told he wouldn't be able to play through it. He needed surgery. He refused the surgery. He basically didn't practice. He just survived games in the group stage and said the last couple of weeks he started to feel more normal. Well, now the guy with 9 healthy fingers has made 10 saves, more than any goalkeeper in the history of the World Cup final, and probably has a few more in front of him, because his team has one less man to defend, a Spanish team that probably Stu's trying to figure out how on earth they're in extra time right now.
Yeah, and now they're going to play against... What doesn't change is the 2 banks of 4. So you have 4 defenders, 4 midfielders. Messi's going to hang out a little bit centrally. His job is to try to make Rodri's life difficult if he can, or the center backs. And it's going to be difficult. They're not going to have an outlet. They've only had 2 touches in Spain's box the entire game. So here comes Spain on the attack again. But can they find a way? Argentina are going to be playing for penalties, if we're being honest, or a chance maybe to get it with a set piece or something.
Because the joke for years is that Lionel Messi counts as 2 players. So theoretically, by that logic, it is still 11v11. But as you've said, they have to get him the ball for him to do anything. There's Pedro Porro now for Spain. Back out for Lamine Yamal. Porro. Ferran Torres. And crowded off it. Tagliafico trying to escape. Collides awkwardly with Porro. It's an Argentina free kick, but it's Pedro Porro who's down.
I was actually just about to say, for Argentina, sometimes free kicks can be your best friend. And he actually draws this free kick, but look, he's already leaning, and he draws the contact from Pedro Porro. I think Pedro Porro's a little unlucky here. But Tagliafico knows exactly what he's doing. He's thinking, how can I get a free kick? How can I slow this down? Here come Argentina. Look, oh, you're going to take it? No, me, no. Dibu Martinez is coming up. I'm going to take it. These are really important stretches for them when they can just have some reprieve from defending.
As we said, this is an Argentina team that's played more extra time games in World Cup history than anyone. This particular group has played a bunch of extra time games. They're very comfortable in these positions, even as they are very uncomfortable doing it with one fewer player. When you have that man in the back, it makes a big difference.
Big save at the end. Just look at his concentration. It's even difficult because, as you pointed out as well, the Spanish wall in front trying to shield his view. Iker Casillas far left. Had the phone out ready for that big moment to capture it.
And so the ball for Ferran Torres gets in for Tagliafico from the byline. Torres gets it under control. Back in for Yamal. He's too far in front of him. As he would have had the space there had he been able to take it clean. Alvarez and Tagliafico knocked away by Yamal. Here's Pedri. Pedri could be Nico! Pencil has a save, whether it was a cross or a shot. It will look goal bound from up here. That would be number 11. And Alexis McAllister. Again, they find their best friend, the foul.
Yes, yeah, he's having to look over his shoulder. I don't know if Nico Williams gets a touch on this or not. Pedri's trying to float it to him at the back post. Well, maybe it came off the top of his hair, if anything. And Emi Martinez, patient, and that strong right hand once again.
4/5 of it, at least. activity on the Spanish bench all of a sudden. Argentina do have an available sub now that we're in extra time.
And I just wonder if Scaloni's going to hold that as long as he can. See how the game goes, see what type of... This will give us a good look if he actually got a touch on this. Yeah, it did. Looked like the ball changed the spin. Big time save. That's going in the corner. Emi Martinez has been at the heart of a lot of this Argentine success in the back. When he got the shirt in the Copa America, never looked back. Comes up big in penalties. They wouldn't be World Cup champions without him in 22, making that last second save.
They would be Copa America champions. They've won shootouts in each of the 2 Copa America triumphs.
It's telling, though. Look at that. 16 attempts, 0 for Argentina.
He went from a career backup for his club and a non-entity for his country to twice winning the World's Goalkeeper of the Year award. And he probably has some more awards in his future here today, one way or the other. Brenda's got a piece of that ball. Dangerous back in the middle, though, from Simeone. And now he's trying to scramble it away, and they can't connect it with Messi. Martin Zubimendi, who has not played a single minute at this tournament, is preparing to enter for Spain. Would it be for Rodri, or would it be with Rodri?
Ponder, are they going to remove a center back, or is it going to be Rodri coming off from Zubimendi? Because he was filling in when Rodri was out.
There's Rodri now sweeping it along for Nico Williams. Battles the sun to bring it down. Cuts inside Medina. Knocked away by Simeone now. Is he trying to escape? Laporte just comfortable in a canter, and that's just going to spin out. And Simeone blocked it a second time. And Eric Garcia, who similarly has not played a single minute at this tournament. What do we say? A World Cup of depth. You need your roster. Both teams have had to get more from players than they might have expected today. Poro on the deck. Much to learn from. Couldn't get it.
Save attempt on the Lionel. As it comes in, it takes a little bit of a, just off the toe. And I think that's the foul that they're wishing to see that happen there from that angle. But then watch Emi Martinez. Did he land on his hand? Was there always the second one? I think it's when he comes to block Nico Williams. So there's what the foul was whistled for right before that. And look how quickly Emi Martinez gets up to try to block Nico Williams. But he's still down right now. And they're signaling over the bench potentially for some treatment.
Nico Williams, at his second World Cup, has never scored a goal in this tournament. Thought for a moment he had a World Cup winning goal.
And that call from Slavkovic came in pretty quickly. And it's going to be this interaction coming right here. It's on the foot. Look, the left foot of Marino stamps on the left foot of Otamendi as he's turning. So absolutely the right ball. Really good spot from the referee, because it was kind of a bang-bang play. 2 players turning, but it meant that Otamendi was fouled and he went down and wasn't part of the play after, even though Nico Williams put the ball in.
Yeah, had video review shown it was the wrong call, they could have still given the goal. Slavkovic held the whistle until after the ball was in the net.
But I see nothing there that would make me think. But the more concerning thing, not only are Argentina down a man in defending, but their star man and the difference maker has been their goalkeeper, and he is still on the ground.
Spain have their substitutions ready to enter. Midway through the first half of extra time. It's because of the COVID outbreak in June 2021 that Lionel Martinez got his chance in goal of Argentina. As you said, once he got the starting spot, he hasn't looked back. He's barely missed a game since in 5 years. The He's had the #1 job, and let's see about the changes. So it is indeed Rodri. Out comes Martin Zubimendi, who Luis de la Fuente has put the second best defensive midfielder in the world. He's replacing the best defensive midfielder in the world, and he's making his World Cup debut at the age of 27, 2 months after winning the Premier League title in Arsenal. Garcia is on as well, replacing Enrique Laporte. Another Barcelona player, another player making a World Cup debut in extra time of the final. Just taking all the air out of the building as Martinez will continue. It is almost deathly quiet as the ball gets back into play. And he plays it backwards. Just gives it away because it was a chance to run. And he kept it on that side. Argentina preparing their final sub. Messi was preparing to enter this clipped up looking for Marino. Ultimately, was lost that ball in the air. He's able to react and out of the back to get it clear. And now Messi pulls it down. Missed the target.
He's not going to beat Barca, the 19-year-old for speed. One more look is out foul. But ultimately, pretty clear. This one's the left foot. Ultimately, he forces himself out of the
Yamal inside for ball. Pedri. Cucurella. Nico Williams. Zubimendi's first touch. They'll come back the other side for Pedro Porro. Porro crossing. Williams back post knocked away. Was Molina there. Then by Spain. Eric Garcia on the ball for the first time. Here's Pedri. Cucurella was making a backdoor run. For Garcia, we saw him shoot once. Line for Lamine Yamal. Coyle. Pedri. Lamine Yamal! It would take an awful lot to get the full curl there.
I think what you're seeing is the body language from Spain now really showing some of that frustration as Scaloni's going to make his change.
And Julian Alvarez coming off.
Yeah. Is because if this game goes to penalties, it favors Argentina. And they know that. And they know they have to finish this job in extra time. Spain, in its last 5 penalty shootouts at a World Cup, they've only won 1. They've lost their last 3. That's in your head. That's a mentality. And Argentina grow with every kick of the ball, every second that ticks off that clock. They know they're the underdog now. They know they haven't had a shot. But they don't care. If they get a shot from 12 yards in penalty, if they get 5, they will back themselves with the goalkeeper. So Spain, you're seeing that energy from them, knowing, look, we've got to find a way. We cannot let this get to penalties.
Because the flip side of that is, at both Copa Americas and the World Cup, they have won in total 4 penalty shootouts. Argentina, all with Emiliano Martinez in net. Messi again, it's been a tough day for him at the end of a remarkable tournament in which he's been battling for the Golden Boot, the assist lead, and the Golden Ball as most outstanding player. And all he needs is one moment. Nico Williams hoping for a second moment. He'll cut this cross in. There's the target. Inches away from his 3rd, potentially game-winning goal of the World Cup.
That's been his specialty. They really haven't crossed the ball a lot, so this is a good option, providing an early cross. Nico Williams keeps you honest, so he's so good at taking you on. They found it where they were 1v1 with their center backs. He's just trying to glance into the corner, and it just misses that far post. Here come the Argentine fans. So Argentina now have switched, at least it looks like for now, into a back 5 with that sub. they've got a 5-3 and then Messi.
Is it just a back 8?
Essentially. No, but you still have to make sure that guys are stopping crosses. That's how Spain were able to get that cross. It's a tough area of the field to cover, especially if you're doubling on guys wide.
Pedri almost showed too much that to Paredes, but he gets it away for Williams. Williams working on Molina. Driving inside, Nico Williams blocked down. They wanted a handball they're not going to get. Here's Messi. Trying to open it up to the far side. Cucurella. Quick collision with Simeone. Slavkovic says no, nothing. Not really a play on. Now a long switch the other way. Lamine Yamal trying to sneak in behind. Is that a handball? Did he keep it in play? It's Argentina's ball anyway.
Pico's got Yamal after the play. It wasn't much, but it was enough to flare up and get a reaction from Lamine Yamal. Simeone, I think he doesn't get this call because he's just trying to play for it. Look, he stops his run, and Cucurella is looking at the ball the whole time. Absolutely no foul. Great call by Vincic to play on, because Cucurella is not even seeing it. Simeone is falling before it gets to him, so he knows what he was trying to do.
Someone got a yellow card and all that. It might, in fact, have been Lionel Scaloni for that moment with the fourth official.
This is what happened after the play. Look, a little pull, a little shove, a little look, I'm under your skin. You guys have had all the ball. We don't care. Score's still 0-0. But they're also trying to incite Spain a little bit. Maybe a reaction. Maybe something that gets a red card on the other side, too.
A little bit?
Yeah.
So confirmation it is Lionel Scaloni who got the yellow. Simeone. Argentina will like to keep it for a moment. We'll play 3 added minutes here at the end of first half of extra time. They were trying to get it back out to Simeone. It's a big tackle there by
3 minutes of stoppage time. 3 minutes.
Tiempo adicional, 3 minutos.
Under pressure from Marino. Martinez 11 saves today, just gets rid of the long. Little open. Here goes Spain again. Pedri. Ferran Torres. Tagliafico coming in from behind. No foul. Marcy wants to keep that ball away from Messi by any means necessary. Otamendi heads it away, battling the sun. Here's Messi on it now. Simeone and Paredes trying to play 1-2. Trying to escape the pressure. Pedri got a piece of it. What a touch that is by Marino. To play it for Pedri. And then Simeone, how about that? Shoulder-to-shoulder challenge to win it back. Garcia steps forward, can't get it off Messi. And he's spinning guys back and forth. And he opens it up now to the near side. Facundo Medina beaten to that loose ball by Pedro Porro. But it's going to be a throw-in for Argentina with 2 minutes to play in the first half of extra time.
Look at Messi. He's second area right now and hasn't had to do too much, at least with the ball. Until that, he skips out. Medina has no interest in taking this throw. Yamal's trying to give him the ball. At some point, the count should start to get this throw into play. And now the player is on the ground. Tagliafico in front of Torres. Push.
Simeone off the throw, bumped off it. That'll be a throw-in for Spain down in the corner. Final minute before halftime of extra time. It's a hard landing there. Looked like for Marino. That ball's out of play, though. It's Argentina's throw. Crashing through to get his head to it. McAllister will chase. That's going to be whistled for a foul. Spain are saying, hey, we had the advantage going there. But that is the end of the first half of extra time. Shots are Spain 19, Argentina 0. Score is Spain 0, Argentina 0. Rebecca Lowe, over to you.
Thank you. There is the Mikel Merino header that went just wide. It's exactly who you would want in the box, isn't it? At exactly that moment. Normally, he puts them away. We've seen it happen in the World Cup so far, but not in that moment. That wasn't, though, the only big moment in the first half of extra time. Thierry Henry, Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Alexis Lalas. Let's just have a little look at the disallowed goal from Nico Williams. The legends in the stand, they thought Spain had scored, but hang on. No. Thierry.
No, Xavi said no straight away, just like me. When a goal goes in, look at the referee and the linesman. They called it straight away. I don't know from here if it was a foul or not, because I'm not seeing the replay now, and we're going to see it now. But I didn't see a lot of the Spanish players complaining. I think he steps on his foot here, that's why Otamendi goes down. And if you go down to the replay to slow it really, then the referee disallowed it.
Zlatan, have we seen this movie before? Are we going to see another Argentina late winner?
Let's see. I think Argentina, they're looking for penalties if they cannot, like, if Messi doesn't show up and do something magic. But it looks difficult.
I mean, Spain, Alexia, all over them. They've got 10 men, but yet it's still 0-0.
Argentina has no business being in the position they're in right now, and yet they keep hanging around. They keep hanging around. They're 15 minutes away from possibly going to penalties to win the World Cup in a game that they are completely being dominated by Spain. And Spain, you can see there is much more of an urgency to put this one to bed. Not that they can't win it in penalties, but with a man up, all of the possession, all of the opportunities, they're saying, what do we have to do to put this Argentina away?
Are you surprised, Thierry, that we're at this stage with everything Spain have done today?
I think the one in possession doesn't allow you to get a goal on the board. You need to put the ball in the back of the net when you have possession. We all know that's what's missing for Spain. Let's see if they can do it before penalties.
Zlatan, a word on Spain so far?
They're doing exactly what they have done the whole tournament, controlling the games. Even this game also, they're controlling totally. But like Thierry said, if you don't score, this domination and controlling the game, you don't win if you don't score. Easy.
Domination, one-sided. Let's take you back to John and Stu.
Some sort of interesting issue there, Rebecca, with Nicolas Tagliafico. He's going to rejoin his teammates out there. I mean, we were jokingly saying the last few days since the semifinal in Atlanta, Argentina's like the villain in a horror movie. Even when they're dead, they're not dead.
Yes.
How are they doing this?
Just what they've done all tournament long. They rely on their ability to compete, emotion, intensity, togetherness, most importantly. And you can't break the Argentine spirit. If there's anything you've learned over the years of watching this team especially, is they are never out of a game. And it's a credit to the way they've defended with that type of intensity and commitment that you're feeling right now if you're Spain. How do we find a way? And if we don't find a way, I guarantee you going to penalties, they will feel like it's Argentina's momentum.
Porro chance to cross, hooks it in, Williams battling, knocks it down! game for Spain. Is the first one that breaks through. So Argentina wins a free kick. 39 seconds from the kickoff of the second half of extra time. But Argentina, as we said, even when they look like they're dead, they're not dead. And they're going to push bodies forward here for this free kick. Still yet to register a shot in this game. Lifted in. Ultimately challenging, got his head to it. And I see the last time the World Cup Final saw a red card was the last time Spain were in it. In 2010, the Dutch had a man sent off for a second yellow in extra time. And it took Spain 7 minutes to find what would prove to be the winning goal in a 1-0 victory. This time the red card came in stoppage time of the second half. So it took a little more than 15 minutes for Spain to use the man advantage to take the lead. And now can they just play keep away for the next 11 minutes and win the World Cup? That's a giveaway. Molina. Whatever he was trying to do, got closed down. Otamendi can't clear. Ferran Torres. First goal. He scored this World Cup. Might have won Spain the World Cup. Fico lifts it along. Messi on Cucurella. Spins him around. Does he have the support? Does he have the cavalry? Good pressure by Nico Williams. He has the World Cup winning assist as it stands. Messi on the ball. He's got a big run. Trying to come through. Porro able to knock it away. Not done. Messi picks it up. Poked it away. As far as Medina. Medina can't close that ball. These Spanish players are just closing the space so quickly. Every time Argentina thinks they're going to get a look. Medina. 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time, and there might not be any stoppage time. That one's all the way through.
Here's the thing for Argentina. You're defending, you're exhausted, you're down, you've got to chase the game, but it's that man's game right now. What a header. Terrific from Nico Williams. Really just to cushion that down, but still for Ferran Torres to hit that the way he did, staying on top of it. They knew it. You saw them start to hop up off their seats as he goes to take that shot with his left foot, guided it beautifully into the back of the net and into the crest.
Ferran Torres was coming in off a career year. 21 goals for Barcelona, including a goal in the game against Real Madrid, their big rivals as they clinched the league title. But he was behind Oyarzabal in the depth chart. Lost his starting spot at the Euros 2 years ago to Lamine Yamal, as Alexis McAllister took a yellow card. That man, Mikel Merino, comes off the bench to score a pair of game-winning goals. The World Cup of depth, as it stands, is Spain's World Cup. McAllister pressure, but he can't take Merino off the ball. As strong as European teams have been historically, it is rare for a team to win the Euros and then win the World Cup 2 years later. Spain are one of the few nations to do it in 2010. As the Oles ring out in New Jersey. World Cup winner rolls it forward to the man who set up his goal, Nico Williams. And an offside on Williams gives Argentina the ball. They're running out of time.
And in many ways, Ferran Torres would be the perfect winning goal scorer for this Spanish team, because it highlights for him scoring his first goal of the tournament once again that Spain's star is the team. And they have done it all tournament long. They have so many quality players, but yet it's the way they play, it's their togetherness, it's their quality, it's their coaching. And they might have another for Ferran Torres. Torres puts through Lamine, Torres to seal it! The flag comes out of the outside. We're checking in here to see for sure. Doesn't need to go this early. Oh boy, it's going to be an interesting one if he was able just to bend his run onside, and that's why they waited on the flag till the ball hit the back of the net. But they did confirm he was leading. That was a really tight offside.
And still Argentina live. Pedri blocks the pass, hooks it ahead. Nico Williams commits a foul. Free kick Argentina. Paredes, a little bit of kick out at the end of it.
I'd be waiting if I'm Argentina. I think that's what they're going to do. Get numbers in the box. Messi's hanging out on this right side. Really haven't put any of these set pieces into the box and tried to create something. And Messi recognized, okay, now I'm going to file in here and maybe get the second ball.
It's lifted in by Paredes, but it's Ferran Torres, the first man there to head it out. 11 saves today for Emiliano Martinez. Most ever in a World Cup final. Lionel Messi, one of the greatest players the sport has ever seen. Does he have one final magic moment in his World Cup career? Messi in, it's going to be a foul. Just the second of the game for Argentina. It's taken short. It's Paredes who returns. Messi clips this deep to the back post. To the touch by Simone. Did not. It's out for a goal kick.
Oh, it's looping. It was high. He's not trying to shoot, but he's trying to fire this to the back post. He's back on side, and Simone is backpedaling with the sun coming across the goal. Loses his positioning a little bit as we see the goal from Emi Martinez. There's just bodies on the floor. Ferran Torres went high. Spain bench celebrates. They can feel it. They're inching closer.
And they were inches away from that second goal. They just showed it on the video board here. We'll see if we get it on the broadcast feed. That was not by much that Ferran Torres was offside a moment ago. That would have slammed the door shut. Still it's ajar. Final 5 minutes of the final. Argentina struggling right now just to win second balls, to win duels, to do anything, to try to build this attempt. It's going to cut inside. Torres walks in, and then Williams, did he get too clever? They take his eyes off of it.
He's trying to do a little skill check here. I don't know if he was trying to get it to Pedri or what. I think he's just trying to do a little chop behind his back and maybe set himself up on the right foot, but instead, he had a lot of daylight to shoot. Here come Argentina. Williams still trailing the play.
Still Argentina live. Down a man this entire extra time. Still no shots in this game. 116 minutes in. It's too tall for Senesi. Simeone will chase it down with a slide. Great control. Back in. Lionel Messi. Blocked. And he took a chunk out of Mikel Moreno's down.
Argentina's bench is furious because this was deflecting to the far side and maybe going out for a corner. How about this from Moreno? Puts his face on the line for his country. Didn't shy away from it. Didn't even turn. Just stood there and took that. Wow. Because that was a blast from Messi.
Real concern now for Mikel Moreno. He's had heroic goal-scoring moments in the European Championship run of 2 summers ago and in what stands to be a World Cup winning run of this summer.
This is the potential the one that was offside. Look as he's leaning.
If
a shoulder away from
and the side of his head, basically.
Yeah, from calling game.
Any part of the body there could be offside.
The door is ajar, barely. finished it well. Thought he had his second of the game, second of the tournament. And let's see where this ends up being dropped and given back to Argentina. They were still in possession of the ball.
So we'll add extra time. Luis de la Fuente trying to keep his cool. It's been remarkable success. He's won European championships at youth level. He took Spain to a European championship win, a UEFA Nations League win the year before that set the stage. Can he complete the set and win the World Cup? He will be the oldest head coach ever to win the FIFA Men's World Cup. Slavko Vincic grabs the ball.
Yeah, Argentina had left it in the corner, trying to get a corner.
So it'll be a drop ball out on the far side. After Marino took that ball to the forehead, and he's off to the side for the moment until he's allowed back on. He's allowed back on now. And the ball's back in play. And what can Argentina do? Is it's going to be lifted? No, it's not. Lamine Yamal, really hard running. Has maybe not had the spectacular moment, but he's had a lot of very key moments in this run. And now he's chasing and putting pressure on Emiliano Martinez. He'll lift this forward. Otamendi got his head to it in the middle of the field. Simeone settles it for Messi. Plays it too far for Simeone, and it's cleared away. The ball was offside, so he couldn't get involved. That's a little bump there from Nico Williams. It's another free kick as we enter the 120th and final minute of the game.
Messi was coming over to get it, and he's trying to take it more inside, right? Slavko Vincic is going to make sure he gets this right, puts it at the appropriate place where the foul was.
I mean, this is the kitchen sink. This is the Hail Mary. This is it for Argentina. And it's the man that they would want more than any other in the history of the sport, standing over it. 30 seconds plus whatever stoppage time will be played here in the World Cup Final. It's going to be rolled short and try to advance Messi forward. Messi in for Simeone. It's a corner for Argentina.
Wow. Spain furious that they're marking there. Everybody backed up. Messi sees it, plays a little quick 1-2. Slips in Simeone, and there's bodies crashing in front. I think it was Marino who got to that.
Messi to take the corner. 5 added minutes. 5 minutes still to be played in the World Cup Final. Emiliano Martinez will stay at home. No goalkeeper
5 minutes
forward
of
just
stoppage
yet.
time in extra time. There will be 5 extra minutes.
Y en adicionados 5 minutos.
Messi, right in front, knocked down by Simeone. It's a scramble of bodies, and we'll do it again. And the place is dead silent. There's no roar. There's just shock and horror from 80,000 fans. Lionel Messi rolled before the whistle goes, the pushing and shoving.
And Spain are so concerned about this ball being whipped in right on top of Unai Simon that they're leaving. Now they're looking over at their coach, De La Fuente, to come out to remark, because you see Messi oftentimes pop it into somebody and get it back.
Messi directs traffic. Sent into the near post, trying to get the flick. Bodies fly! Simeone!
Oh, what a chance! What a chance! The fans behind the goal can't believe it. He can't believe it. So much time to take that ball. He's just leaning back as he hits it, and it puts it over the bar. He's going back, his momentum away from the goal, and he's just trying to get his foot around to hook that ball towards the goal. I mean, Martinez can't believe. They're pushing.
That was their second shot of the entire game. The Otamendi header earlier was counted as a shot as well. It's cleared back in the middle of the field. Senesi throwing his body in. Zubimendi's there. Senesi's down her behind the play. Pedro Porro just trying to find some daylight, trying to keep it for Spain. Hooks it forward. Knocked away by Medina in front of Lamine Yamal. Paredes able to keep it. Emiliano Martinez has it now. 3 minutes to be played. Martinez goes long. And a tangle off the ball. And this is going to be another free kick for Argentina. Well, it's actually just out for a throw. Play was being whistled. Argentina have it one way or the other. Messi hooks it in. Comes back to McAllister. Nowhere for him to go. to the far side. Heading out, Medina, and that one's going to go against Argentina. Foul off the ball, free kick Spain.
You can't make those types of fouls when you're attacking. Another look at the chance. You've got some pressure coming from Nico Williams. And you see that little gap he was trying to find down to Unai Simon's left. The reaction from Messi says it all.
Spanish fans know they're 2 minutes away.
Alcaraz looking on. He's been nervous all game.
Trying to get it back out to Lamine Yamal. It's going to be hooked forward by Medina instead. See who won that header. Flick forward. Otamendi fouled. 90 seconds to play. Messi will set the ball for the free kick. Whenever you have drawn up for a moment like this, it's going to be cut forward. It's right to Unai Simon. And he'll milk all the time he can. It will be his unprecedented in history 7th shutout of this World Cup. Unai Simon. They're almost there. Play to the space for Nico Williams. His assist, 39 seconds into the second half of extra time, is the decisive moment right now. Spain are 60 seconds away from winning it for a second time in their history. A match of 2 years in the making of European champions and South American champions, and the defending world champions as well. Ferran Torres, the game-winning goal scorer, is it tackled away. Cucurella beams to the loose ball. It's a bump. It's a free kick for Argentina with 30 seconds to go.
It looks like maybe Emi Martinez is going to take this. They're going to push everybody up. Truly last chance now for Argentina.
80,000 fans on their feet. Lionel Martinez has been heroic today with a record 11 saves in the final. And with the last chance of the game, he'll lift this ball forward. Simon thought about coming, stays at home. It's knocked down. It only finds Ferran Torres. Here's the final touch of the game. He had the decisive touch as well.
2026 World Cup champions. 2026 World Cup champions, España! Bye.